Hello, good morning. It's not morning. It's like 3 p.m. Anyway, I don't feel great. I don't know if you can tell. But I wanted to chat with you guys. So we're going to do some makeup and we're going to chat. So, I'll tell you the products as I'm using them, but this isn't really like necessarily, I recommend these products. I mean, I do actually. Most of them, but this is not like a try on or anything like that. This is just what I'm wearing today. I don't even know if we're gonna do eyeshadow. I honestly, because I don't feel great, but I want to do some makeup just to make myself feel kind of better. If you're gonna do that, just sometimes you just put makeup on to feel better. That's what I'm gonna do. And so we're gonna do that, and then we'll see about the eyeshadows because my eyes have been bothering me a bit lately. If you're new here, hi, I'm Andy. I have very sensitive skin and very sensitive eyes, so sometimes they don't like me to use makeup. So my eyes have been pretty sensitive lately, so I may not use eyeshadow. We will see. I'm going to start with the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. Okay. I feel like I didn't get it on my nose. This is new to me, but I like it so far. It does itch a bit when I first apply it, but when it dries down it doesn't. So I have, like I said, really sensitive skin, so this is still like my second or third time trying it, so I don't know yet if it's great for my skin, but we shall see. Oh, I got a lot right in that one spot. Okay, dry down. Okay, so, and then the foundation I'm going to go with is the NYX Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. I have the shade 01 Whipped Butter. My smudge. Okay, so as far as where I've been for like 3 years, life was lifing as it does, and I kind of fell out of love with makeup a bit. Not so much out of love with YouTube. I still like filming. I filmed a bunch of stuff that just never saw the light of day, frankly, because I don't know, none of it was really what I was wanting it to be, and I don't know, I wasn't having a good time, and I was really struggling with like my makeup collection and stuff because it was trying to keep up with, you know, trends and, you know, what's new and what's fresh. Like, I just couldn't do it. Both like mentally and financially, like I couldn't do it. So I kind of hit a wall basically, and again financially and like mentally. So I kind of just stopped, and honestly I got rid of a lot of my collection. I don't know if I don't think any of those videos made it up. I did film them of me like getting rid of a bunch of stuff, but I don't think any of them ever saw the light of day. So, sorry about that if you love declutters like I do. Sorry. They never saw the light of day. But I ended up getting rid of so much. Most of it I ended up reselling, actually. Because it was all stuff I bought with my own money. I never got anything for free, ever. All of it was stuff that was paying for with my own money, and frankly I didn't have the money to be spending it the way I was trying to, you know, stay relevant on YouTube, because it's hard, and I was excited about makeup and I wanted to play with it, so, you know, but it just wasn't feasible for me long term. And for those of you who are new or you don't know, I have fibromyalgia as well. So I also had a little rough patch with my health, which is fine, it happens. Still kind of in a rough patch, to be fair. Feeling like I probably should have moisturized my skin a little bit better. It's been a while since I put my moisturizer on, and I probably should have applied it more recently, but that's fine. But yeah, and I was burnt out. Frankly, I was burnt out. And it was to the point where like stuff in my collection wasn't getting used because I had so much, and it's so hard to use all of your stuff unless you're applying makeup way more often than I do, which is fine. And I'm happy for people who, you know, wear it every day, but that's not me. I can't do that because my skin is too sensitive, and I frankly don't have the time and energy every single day. So, happy for those who can. Amazing for you. My eyebrows look crazy. We'll fix that in a minute. But yeah. So anyway, so when I get overwhelmed like that, I basically shut down. So that's kind of what happened. And like I said, I got rid of most of my collection, if not all my collection. And some of it just went bad too in the last 3 years, and so I had to get rid of it. But I don't wear makeup every day because my skin is very sensitive. So it happens. I can't have a large collection like I did because I just don't use it fast enough. So, and I will have already put up my current makeup collection. It is in another video. I'll try and remember to link it if I can. But that is my current makeup collection. It's actually fairly minimal. So I do still like wearing it, but again, I'm trying to be more realistic about how often I wear it and what I actually like to wear. So I look kind of dead. Let's put on something to make it look like I'm less dead. I mean, I do feel dead, but I don't need to look like it. There's some life back here. There we go. At least masquerading as an alive person. Okay. So, anyway, so that's kind of what was going on. I'm gonna fix these brows because they're driving me crazy. They look crazy. This is the also that lip product was the Blend Bunny Juicy Lip Oil. Oh no, Bring the Juice Lip Oil in the shade Juicy. That was close. I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Ashy Brows, I think, which is actually a tiny bit too dark for me. They didn't have the shade I wanted, and I thought this would work because I needed something ashy. But it's frankly a little dark for my brows, but that's, you know, we're just gonna use it anyway and hope for the best. My hair color is pretty dark now, so I can get away with it kind of, but I just have to be very, very careful how I use it. But I do like it. I think it's a good product. I just should have gotten a different color. I've used this in the past and I really like it. It was my fault for not getting the right color. So anyway, yeah, I was just spending too much money, too much time, and I'll be so frank with you, I don't like editing. I don't. I know a lot of people love it and I'm so happy for them. I don't like to edit. I just don't. So trying to add that on top of everything, and my job is the same but different. I have clients, so, but now I have more, and so it takes up a lot of time. I work 200 hours a month, give or take, which isn't like the most. I'm not saying I'm like the busiest person ever. I have no illusions about that. There are definitely people busier than I am. But it is, for me, a lot. So, you know, trying to balance that, you know, with my health and everything else has just been kind of a lot, and which is okay. But it's kept me busy. I'm so sorry, but this is the ColourPop Liquid Bronzer in the shade West Beach. And I love it so much. I never thought I'd be a liquid product. That's one thing that's changed from if you've used to watch my videos. I used to not be a liquid product girly at all. And now I am a liquid product girly. I do like them. I do have powders too, and I still love my powders. I always have to do this with my non-dominant hand. I'm not sure why. When I switch to this side, I have to use my non-dominant hand. And so, but now I like liquid products, and like I said, this one's the ColourPop, what do you call it? Weightless Liquid Bronzer. And I Love it. I think it's so pretty. Side note, I have a dark mark on my skin right there. I've always had it, and it always shows through, no matter what I do. I can wear full coverage foundation and it shows through. I don't know how or what kind of sorcery it is, but it always shows through. So, we just pretend it doesn't exist. Blend on my neck here. Probably let this sit a bit long, but it's okay because this blends out fine. Anyway, so yeah, work, personal stuff that I'm not going to get into. My face looks shaped weird. Did I mess up? Anyway, doesn't matter. We're not going for any beauty awards right now. Also, if you come to me for the best makeup, you're mistaken. That's not me. I just do it because I like it. What do we want as far as blush color? What am I feeling today? If I'm not really doing my eyeshadow, what color am I feeling today? So many options. Actually kind of feeling this color. This is the ColourPop Realist Liquid Blush in Angel Face. It's a warm pink. Kind of feeling this, to be honest. So, do like right there, right there. Just feeling like a little warm color. I don't have that many warm blushes because, frankly, cool tone suits me better, but just feeling the warm tone today. Look how pretty that is. Although I feel like in the camera it like blended to nothing. In real life it's still there. I don't know why my camera can't pick up blush very well for some reason. It picks up the bronzer fine, but for some reason blusher struggles. Okay, why is there so much more blush on this side? Okay, what have I done? This is you can't even see what it is. See, you can see it in camera. That's how much is on my face right now. Whoopsie. That was my bad. So if you're wondering why I came back, frankly, I missed it. I missed filming. I actually quit filming for 2 years probably overall. And I do like filming. Filming makes me happy. So I missed doing that. And then I did start to kind of fall back in love with makeup, which was great because we wanted to fall back in love with makeup. But I was finding I kind of fell out of love with it because I was putting too much pressure on myself about it, which took away my love of it. And also I was trying to do it in a way that didn't, because I don't like rushing my makeup. I don't like having 15 minutes and I gotta get out the door and, you know, that kind of thing. I don't like that. I like to take my time. I like to just use it to be creative and stuff. I think I might need to set the foundation a bit. It doesn't feel tacky, but I'm getting lines a bit, so, which is probably my fault, not the foundation's fault. So, but yeah, I like to take my time and be creative and use it as like it's a hobby, like it's a joy. It's something I enjoy doing, and I wasn't taking the time to do it the way that I enjoy doing it. And so because of that, it was suffering because I took away the things that I enjoyed about it, which is that it's just a hobby that I do because I like it, and I don't need to rush it, or, you know, when I was always trying to keep up with the trends and stuff, and not really a trend person. Oh, this is the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass powder. Loose powder and translucent. But I'm not a trends person. I don't really follow them. Not that I dislike them. Love trends for other people, but I just don't tend to follow them because they change constantly, which is exhausting for me personally. And I don't know. I just like things the way I like them, I guess. I'm getting older, so I'm like, I just want to do things the way I like doing them. You know? I swear my blush is there in real life. You can't really see it. I mean, you can a little. But like in real life, it's almost borderline too much, which I'm good with. But I don't know why the camera refuses to show. The camera is also making me look a bit warmer than I am, but we're using all natural light, so we're doing what we can. I like a hair or something. It's very annoying. I should have used concealer before I powdered. Whatever. Listen, like I said, I know. It's been a while. I'm rusty. Although I didn't powder my eyes, so it should be fine. For concealer, I use the Milk Makeup Future Fluid. Yep, Future Fluid Cream Concealer in... What shade are you? 2C. If you're wondering. It's probably a tiny bit light, but I have very dark circles, so a tiny bit light is a good thing for me. To try and make it look like I sleep at night. So, oh, and all my blenders are from Rougher. They did a thing recently where if you helped like pick out their, like if you voted for what their ink cap was gonna look like in Japan or something. I think it was Japan. You got a free blender set. You just had to pay for shipping. And I didn't have any blenders anymore, so I jumped on that. And I heard about it from Teresa's Dead. So do we look less dead? A little bit. You can hear that bird. I'm so sorry. It is the bird's having the time of its life outside. I do have a bird feeder, so, and it's living its best life outside, which honestly, good for it. Good for it. You live your best life, bird. But yeah. I feel like I can't stay on a train of thought to save my life. But yeah, I've missed doing this, and I've kind of gone back to like, I'm enjoying it. Like, this is a Saturday afternoon, I'm not doing anything else, and I just felt like doing my makeup and talking, so that's what we're doing. Will this go up? Who knows? Who's to say? If it will, it'll go up unedited, so I'm sorry for all the craziness, but I don't have the time or the energy to edit, so if I want anything to go out, it just has to go out unedited, and that's just how it has to be, unfortunately. So, if it is, so sorry. We might do a touch of eyeshadow. You know what? I don't know what I'm saying. I use a eyeshadow base. This is the DD Signature Lock-In Base Eyeshadow Base in Sand Seal. I haven't tried this yet, actually, so this will be... So I guess we are trying a new product. I've tried their other one in the squeezy tube. I can't remember what it's called right now. But I haven't tried this one yet. I usually try and do a lighter eyeshadow base because I have, as you can tell, really dark eyelids compared to the rest of my skin, and so I like to use something to kind of cancel that out and make it at least closer to my skin tone. I'm just gonna tap that in and like give it a second. The other one I tried a few times, but I think there was some user error involved. I think I didn't let it dry long enough, so I kind of struggled a bit. Again, I think that was user error, not base error. I'm not trying to flip you off, that's just my blending finger. see how it helps, you know, brighten my eyes just a little bit. I think there's still a little bit of darkness on the outside of my eye, but that's fine. Okay. So, what do we feel like using today? I said I wanted to do eyeshadow, but I didn't really think about what eyeshadow I wanted to use. Okay. We're gonna do... This is actually a second impression. Ow, my finger. I just pinched it. Okay. So it'll be a second impression of the Blend Bunny Cosmetic Explorer palette. I've used this once before, but I think I used it incorrectly. So we're gonna try again. We're gonna try again because I use this row, which is like a beautiful tealy. It's more green than it's pulling on camera, but tealy thing, and it went everywhere, but I think that was user error. So we're gonna try it again and hope to not have user error this time. And then maybe I can actually get a cohesive look. What colors are we feeling though? I don't know. Kind of leaning towards pink, which I don't wear pink very often, I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So, the only downside of this palette, in my opinion, is there is no mirror. Where is a mirror? Hello. So I'm gonna use a different mirror. So, this is a mirror I've been using, so sorry if you keep seeing it pop up. This is the Blend Bunny Juicy Peach Cheeks palette. You can't get it anymore, but I like it. You can get their like Master Pro palette though, and I think a lot of the shades are really similar, so I would suggest that one if you are looking for it, because their blushes are incredible. So I'm taking the shade Baited, which is a light pink. I'm just working that into the crease. Again, this is not really going to be an eyeshadow tutorial because I am not great at makeup. I just like it. But I am no makeup artist, for sure. But I just kind of missed you guys, and I just wanted to kind of hang out. You know. My next video I'm planning to do will be a, I think it's going to be a skincare routine. Well, not routine. Skincare collection, I guess. Just what I do for my skincare. So, I feel like this lighting is not flattering for me, but you know what? Not everything in life has to be flattering. Not everything in life has to be flattering. I know sometimes it feels like it does, but it really doesn't. It really doesn't. Okay, I'm going to take the one below, which is called Booty, and then just add just a tiny bit of X Marks the Spot, which is the darkest. I do not want to have happen again what I had happen the first time, which is it all went crazy on me. So just tapping very lightly between those two shades and then tapping it off. And I'm just tucking this kind of in the outer corner. I want some depth, but I don't want it to go crazy. So, and I like this is quite a, like it's got a hint of purple to it, so, ooh. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see and I can see, and so, and this is just like a packing brush, and I'll blend it out, so don't fret. So just kind of place it, more or less, and then I will blend it out. Cute, okay. This is my treble eye, so we'll see how this goes. Like everyone has one eye that's like their treble eye. See that one, I feel like the color is not quite the same as what I made on the other side. I feel like it's a little darker. Let's try a little more just Booty maybe, which is hilarious to me. Because I was like, what does that have to do with mermaids? And then I remembered, yeah, like treasure, you idiot. That kind of booty. Get your mind out of the gutter. Which is also hilarious if you know me, because my mind is very rarely in the gutter, but apparently when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, it is in the gutter. we're being very careful because, like I said, the last time I used this palette, it got away from me very quickly, and then it took me so long to fix it. I did actually record that one too, and it wasn't postable at that point without major editing, and like I said, I just don't have time to edit, so it just unfortunately will not see the light of day, and that's okay. I feel like it came off in that spot a bit. Let's try just like tucking a little bit right in there. Or did I just not get it in there well enough? Okay, that's better. I must have just not got it in there well enough. Again, tapping off because of the issues I had last time. I do like this primer though. I think this eyeshadow primer is working really well. So, fabulous. I'm going to do just a little bit more of X Marks the Spot, which is the deepest shade. I feel like I blended away some of the deepness that I wanted. Yeah, aside from the skincare collection, let me know what you'd be interested in, because I'm not going to be like one of those channels, unfortunately, that does like all the newest stuff. There's so many channels that do that. They all do all the newest makeup and all the newest trends, and I love that for them, but that's not going to be my channel because I do not have the money or the time to be doing that. So let me know what you do want to see. Do I want to do just like a light pink matte all over the lid, or do we want to do shimmer? I wasn't going to do shimmer. Kind of feeling like a really light pink all over the lid, but I don't have like a really light pink in the layer. For me, for my skin tone, I should clarify. For other people, yes, there's definitely a really light pink, but not for my skin tone, unfortunately. So, no, you don't have what I want. Don't mind me, my eyeshadows are way over here. Oh dear. Can I even get to them is the question. I should have pulled them out. The longing doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm trying to get to my pastel palette, which is unfortunately the biggest one, and therefore tucked all the way in the back behind all the stuff you're set up on. So, Sickly Sweet Blend Bunny is what I was doing. So I surely think, yes, I do have a very light pink. So we're going to use Lollipop. Lollipops. And I'm going to use a fluffy brush. Not a fluffy brush. Why did I say that? Not a fluffy brush is what I was trying to say. We're going to use the Moto Pro BMX 402 smudge brush. Does this brush even still exist? Who's to say? Who's to say, frankly? Yeah, that's what I want. Because I want an all matte look, but I just wanted something a little brighter on the lid. By the way, this is my favorite pastel palette. If you are new here, or I think I've mentioned it before in the past, but I don't know. I did private a lot of my old videos, so sorry about that, but some of them didn't reflect current thoughts and current me, so I just thought it would be better to private them. So I did leave a couple up that I feel like people found really helpful, so I was trying to leave those, but for the most part I took most things down, so sorry about that. But since it wasn't really where I was going with, you know, stuff, I just thought this would be better if I just started fresh, more or less. I mean, since it had been like 3 years, you know, 3 years is a long time. So I'm just gonna blend that. That's nice and smooth. Blend that. Lovely. I think that looks good. And then for inner corner, I'm probably going to do matte white, because that's normally what I do for my inner corner. Just because I like the brightening effect. It's just the Sephora Collection white single inlet at Snow. I'm just going to use that same packing brush I was using, just flip it to the other side. I have so much stuff in front of me. I'm not going to go too hard on it, I just want to brighten a little bit. And blend it. So you can just give it a little, well, it's more stark on the camera, but that's okay. Just give it a little, and blend it in. So again, I tend to have dark inner corners, so just something to kind of brighten it. Cool. I love how it's like, I'm not going to do eyeshadow. Does eyeshadow. Listen, don't listen to me. Like, listen, don't listen. I think that turned out really pretty, though. I kind of, am I going to ruin it if I run it just a tiny bit underneath? Maybe not if I use the tiniest brush known to man. I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of booty and X marks the spot. Just the smallest amount you can imagine. This is where it went wrong last time, which is why I'm like, oh, let's be careful. Just run the smallest amount under. I just like to have a little something on the bottom lash line. But again, just the smallest amount tapped off. And yes, it is required to make a funny face while you do this. Actually, I know a makeup artist who can do this without making a funny face. However, I am not one of them. You just like a tiny bit more X marks the spot, like the smallest amount you can imagine. Like I said, it is hard for me to do this because my eyes are incredibly sensitive, so they will start watering any second now. Yeah, there they go. Annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, I think that looks good. So I think I'm good with the face makeup. Oh, I did put highlighter on. Oh well. You know though, do I want highlighter? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Let's use. Kimchi Chic highlighter. Thaler Get Glow and Hollywood Glow. I have like a hair or something. It's driving me crazy. It's like I can feel it, but I can't find it. Where are you? Anyway. And I'm gonna use mostly the champagne side. It is really beautiful mix though as well. But I just want like a tiny bit. Just like a tiny bit. Maybe I'll mix it tiny. Mix it a tiny bit. Yeah. It's very subtle, which I like about it. See? I know a lot of people like a blinding highlight, and I love that for you, but I just prefer a little more subtle. I was trying to use the brush to get the hair off, and it made it worse. I made it worse. Cool. Anyway, so, and then I'm gonna spray my face, and so we can do mascara and a lip product. Ooh, what lip product do we want? We'll have to find out. Ooh, that was refreshing. Okay, so I'm gonna, I think that while that dries, I'm gonna do the lip product, and then I'll do mascara last, and that's fine. There's like, I swear there's a hair, and I cannot find it. Okay, as far as lip product, I have a new obsession, which is these ColourPop Cloud Whip Are you called Cloud Whips or something? Yeah, Cloud Whip blurring liquid lipsticks. I have an obsession with them. So I think I want to use this and maybe this shade. I think that's going to be really pretty. I love mixing them. They're so fun. So Storm Cloud and What the Fluff. There is a hair. I like moved it to this side, but I can't get it off. Anyway. So Storm Cloud is a really beautiful brown. So we're going to do that like on the outer. Ooh, give it 90s. Okay. When this was like a thing. Love it. And I'm gonna so these blur really nicely, so I feel like a blurry lipstick. And then we put What the Fluff in the center, and then we're gonna blend. What the Fluff is a really beautiful purpley mauve. I do really love how these blend together. I think they're so pretty. So good. It's coming across a little bit darker and more brown in camera. I swear it's more purpley and lighter in real life. Just making sure my Cupid's bow is there. I know a lot of people take away their Cupid's bow. I like mine, but it's personal preference. Oh, I think that's pretty. Okay. I probably could have gone a little lighter on the brown, but anyway, these are like a soft matte liquid lipstick, which is my preferred formula. Everyone has their own preference. Oh my gosh. Why so many hairs? Okay. So now we're gonna do a mascara, which I might do off camera, but just so you know which one I'm using, it's Essence Lash Without Limits Tubing Mascara. So I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Mascara on. I have very straight lashes. I don't like to curl, but at least now you can see that I do in fact have lashes. So amazing. So that was it. That was the Get Ready With Me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. Like TLDR, I got really burnt out and I couldn't afford to keep up with makeup, and I kind of lost my joy for it for a while. But I'm not gonna say I'm back because I don't want to make promises that I can't keep to you. But I'm gonna try, and I do have my love of makeup back, which is great. So, because I've really missed that. So, again, I'm gonna try and be back more often. Again, they will all be unedited, and I'm sorry. That is the only way anything is going up. And I hope you enjoy. I am so happy to be able to make content for you guys again and talk to you guys again, and hope you'll see more from me. Again, the next one should be my skincare collection, just what I use for my skin. Again, I have very sensitive skin, so bear that in mind. And yeah, I'm gonna go probably read, to be honest. I read a lot, so I'll probably go do that. And I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.